Hey Fit fam, it's Coach Rye from Functional Flex, Team FFLEX. Check out this channel, make sure you subscribe. I got tons of videos, tons of great content that nobody else will give you, and this is just free. Alright, so make sure you do that. What I want to talk about today is the Wellness Division, NPC, IFBB. I've done a few videos on this. It's being announced, it's coming out in 2020, okay? So I've given you guys sort of a look at what I think it's going to look like based on some of the other wellness we have, what it could look like in 2020. We won't know for sure until it looks like around the fall, but for now, this is a pretty good assumption. So what I went ahead and did was this division is supposed to be an in-between of bikini and figure women's physique, okay? So an in-between kind of level where we have a more muscular, more developed lower body on these women and, you know, a softer look, not as hard as some of the higher, you know, like conditioning categories. So what I went ahead and did for you guys today was I compared the current NPC IFBB Bikini. I'm using actually the top Olympians right here compared to some wellness category women and just kind of going through what we're looking at, some differences in the physiques, okay? So here we got Angelica Texiera. She's the Miss Bikini Olympia, and then we got this other chick that has done wellness. I don't actually know her name, but looking at the comparison, right, we're gonna see more muscle in the lower body for sure, and it's kind of cool to look at it side by side right here because we're seeing that just overall the figures are totally different, right? The women's physiques are a ton different. They got a small waist, both of them. They're tight in the midsection, showing definition, but the shoulders on the wellness category much more developed than even Miss Bikini Olympia, okay? And the legs and the glutes even are much more developed than, you know, even Miss Bikini Olympia. So it's safe to say in the NPC, the IFBB, the levels that are not the top Olympians, we're for sure still going to see in the wellness category much more muscular development, okay? So then I went and compared it right here to Sid, the current female Miss Figure Olympia, and we're going to see the same type of thing here. So looking at Miss Figure Olympia, which is already much more muscular than Bikini, this is still, we're looking at the wellness category being right in between here, okay? We got a lot of muscle development on both of these categories, both of these classes. The shoulders are more round, the abs are tight, the legs are developed, the glutes are developed, but what the difference is here is the wellness category is much less defined, right? So if we're looking at Sid right here, she's got a lot of cuts, a lot of definition, but the wellness category is a much softer look, a lot of muscularity, similar to the figure actually here, even at the Olympia level. Okay, now we're looking at the back poses. I want to compare Angelica's back pose from Miss Bikini Olympia to now some of the wellness category. This is actually off of one of the websites where they're talking about what the wellness category is. So right here, we can see glutes are developed on both these categories. Quads are much more, the lower body much more developed still over here in the wellness category. And of course, upper back and all that plays into here. It's actually judged in the wellness category in these current divisions versus Bikini where they're not judging it. That's why you see her hair down and things like that. They're literally looking at glutes posterior chain here. On the wellness category, we're going to see the full body being judged. Again though, still not as defined even as Miss Bikini Olympia right here. Okay, now we're looking at figure. This is Sid again, and what we're going to see right there is that physique is muscular and showing a ton of definition. It is pretty much in the same ballpark as the wellness category, but Sid actually has much more muscle, okay? The definition in the upper back is showing more. She's got bigger shoulders. She's got bigger taper coming down to the glutes, which are actually smaller and less built than in the wellness category. So wellness category, we're seeing more glutes, less upper body, and less development overall than we do in figure, okay? So that's kind of what we're talking about being the in-between. It's kind of the in-between category from bikini into figure, women's physique, those types of things, depending on the division, depending on the show, obviously. So in 2020, this is coming live, the wellness category. This is just my best guess right now, what it's going to look like based on some of the stuff we've seen done down in Brazil and stuff like that. But, you know, we're looking at these women, they're much more muscular than Bikini, although not as defined, and they are not, for sure not as conditioned as figure or any of the classes above that. So we're going to see some super muscled out bikini girls with a softer look, and that's kind of what this wellness category is shaping up to look like to be. Again, we'll know more in October, September timeframe of this year. They're supposed to be talking about a little bit more what's going to be out there, what type of stuff they're going to be judging for, what it's going to look like. I'm not 100% sure what the posing will be yet, if they're going to do the quarter turns like they do in these videos, or if it's going to be something different, a little bit of individual routine. We will see, we'll know more, but for now I just want to kind of compare what we could see in 2020 to what we currently have in the IFBB Bikini and IFBB Figure categories. As you can see, this is going to be an in-between, a real cool new type of physique that we're going to see on stage in 2020. So stay tuned for more. Coach Rye is out.